And hello, welcome to Video Academy video, the new one. I haven't posted a video since probably 1 year or something, so I have decided to go through the database advanced entity framework from February 2017 of the SoftUni and go through the first 10 tasks and try to, roughly speaking, solve them a bit. So import a SoftUni database. I have already done this. I have the SoftUni database and it is here. These are the tables if they decide to show themselves. Oh, come on. Or I can show it like somewhere here in the SQL server. This is the database that I will be working today with. This one, and also I have a diagram which is saved. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables doing some interesting stuff. So let's see. I just made a console application. It's a completely empty one, and I'll just rename the first class from program to startup. And now let's take a look. What's number 2? Number 2 is add database first. Add on it entity data model. And how have they named it? SoftUni context. So this is how I'm gonna name it as well. Go code first from database. Go here, new connection. And in their task they have said that they have chosen a dot. With me, when I choose a dot, I have some problems here. So I choose this thing, WorkODB, MS SQL WorkODB, and then I select and I see everything. So it works this way. This is important. Then we click OK, next. We click on tables, or a bit something like not exactly what I wanted, but let's take a look. SoftUni, okay, next. Okay, now it works better. Tables, addresses, departments, employees, projects, some diagram and towns. Pluralize or singularize generated object names. Done. Click finish and wait for the things here to appear. For every database table we get a specific CSharp class. So I think now is the time to put them, all of them, in a model like this here. So pretty much we make a new folder, add the folder and call it models. And in these models we put address, departments, employees, projects, SoftUni context, pretty much everything, but yeah, not startup, or also the context can go back. Okay, out of model, just to copy pretty much this thing here. There is a problem with the, how is it called, I think reversed key, when a database makes a connection to itself. So it is called employee 1. I'll show you what I mean here. If we go to employees, we got something employee, like employee 1 here and employee here. So why is this appearing? Why is this looks like this? It's because of this reversed reference or recursive reference. Pretty much the idea of the recursive reference is that an employee is referring to his manager, who is also an employee. So that's why we get a recursive reference. What was wanted, so to say, by us there is to rename it from employees1 to employees, and this employee1 to manager. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. Where is this employee1? Okay. This is manager. And this is employees. Cool. Would this build itself actually? Okay, no. That's good. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, employees, employee. I think it should be manager. Yes, employee. Okay, try to build again the solution. Employees one. Build solution. Yo, it's built. That's great. So that's something that I love in Visual Studio. Yeah, it's really good, especially to put them wherever you want, especially if you're coming from the Visual Basic for Applications world. Yes, that's great. So let's go back to the next point. Employees full information. Okay, good. Let's start with writing CSharp queries. Your task is to extract all employees, print their first name, last name, and middle name, their job title, their salary, and separate it with a space. Order them by employee ID. That's kind of good. That's exactly what we wanted. So this is the output. We see the output is kind of interesting. Guy Gilbert, our production technician, and then 125 hundredths, so to say, or if we speak it like in US English, 12,500 euro. That's probably the salary per month, or per, yeah, I suppose it's per month. Well, for an annual salary, that's not exactly what some people would love to work for, but let's see. So let's take a look and let's start. So we start with the startup, and what we do here, we write SoftUni context. We name it like SoftUni DB context SQL new SoftUni DB. Okay, and now we start getting the first problems. What is it and how it can be fixed? Generate new type. No, I don't want a new type. There was something about the namespaces. Let's take a look. See first 001. Is this the same namespace? Let's see if it's in startup. Yes. Okay, let's try again. Generate class in new file, generate class, generate nested class, generate new top. Okay, seems interesting, but let's think again. SoftUni DB context equal new SoftUni DB. Okay, probably SoftUni context. SoftUni context. Okay, probably if we do it like this, ta-da! Yeah. Sometimes we should be right thinking how do we actually name our SoftUni contexts. Okay, but the good thing is that it's now named context, and this is how we're gonna use it for the end of the time. So pretty much, let's start again. We wanted to display some employees and their salaries, so they're in var employees context dot employees order by order by their salaries, I think, order by employee ID. Order them by employee ID, yes. So for each employee E, it's important to say employee E, because this way we're gonna get like the nice thing with the dot, like for example E dot, and we get like the address. If it wasn't employee E, it was like a var E. Whenever we say E, we don't get anything. So it's important to say what exactly is this kind of E. In collection is called employees. What do we want there? Simply we want first name, last name, middle name, job title, salary to string. Okay, let's start with just first name and see what happens. Cool. So many people. We have a lot of employees. Let's go. Guy, Kevin, Roberto, Rob. Let's take a look at our beloved Guy, Kevin. Okay, Guy and Kevin, they are nice guys, but we still have to put like Guy Gilbert, our production technician, tra-la-la-la. So what can I do here? So what I would do is I would print the result in a separate file, so it would be easier for me to check what is in this file and simply take it. Okay, that's great. The notepad is empty, no bad information there. So let's think about how we are gonna say this is our string result. Okay, this is like the way I code in Visual Basic for applications. So let's leave it like this. So string result, and we need like a system path. This is like the, I don't know, the path that I'm gonna use, or I'm gonna use a desktop path. It's a good question. Yeah, I would probably go with the desktop path. So pretty much I would simply put something on the desktop and I would name it my files.txt. I will take the properties, C users, grow PC desktop, my files.txt, and my system path. Let's call it simply string ctug path is this one, and then I said my files.txt. Yep, nothing more, nothing less. And simply at the end I would simply say I need a stream writer, because stream writers are good. Stream writer file is new system IO stream writer. Then think about what to say. Complete and false. What is exactly complete? Complete is the name of the path, so to say. So in my case it would be string path. And false is like the should we append or not? The idea is like do not append, rewrite the file every time I want to. It's not happy. Why is it not happy? Because we are not using system IO. Now it is happy. What else do we need? I'll simply write here the path. So like the last thing that is gonna be written. It's whenever I see the path written, it would be like a note that it's already like completely ready. The code has run through everything. And let's continue. We should also close the file. That's for sure. And close is actually a method, so we need parentheses there. And last but not least, let's check it. Okay. No, I love this. I think something like this would love it more. No. Was it like this thing here? Whoa, I love it. And what happens if I open the desktop file? My files, nothing, but it's okay. Nothing, I know why it is nothing, because this string result wasn't appended. So string result is gleich e first name. Well, nice. What happens if we do it like this and we put a nice US dollar sign on the top? Yeah, dollars make anything, I think. And also we need these beautiful things. So what exactly do they make? Like the dollar says, hey, I'm gonna give you like a, I'm gonna give you trouble. Yeah, this is not how you concatenate strings. So the dollar says whenever you see these things inside, just make sure that you know that they are referring to an object. So back to the point. System IO stream writer. What have I exactly decided to put? It wasn't this, but the idea was to put this. So yes, so if I go here, I see file had been modified by another program. Do you want to reload it? Of course I want to reload it. And unfortunately I don't see anything. Just kind of strange. Yeah, so the result, yes. And the problem is because file write line, we haven't written absolutely anything there. So if we try it once again, ta-da, something. Yeah, no spaces, but we can get there soon, getting the spaces. So how do we get the spaces? I remember something about these two guys. Okay, and reload. Okay, Guy, Kevin, Roberto, Rob, Thierry, David. And let's see what exactly they wanted from us. They wanted first, last, middle name, their job title and salary separated with a space. So first, last, middle name. It's like Bulgaria there. Middle names all over. Then job title and salary. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, okay, yes, refresh. You looks like nice. Let's go to the judge and say hello judge, employees information. We are just pasting here. I have pasted something in before, like I come prepared always, trying to, so as you see like here my thing has passed before. Let's see whether this time it would pass. Most probably. Wow, yes, it's impossible, it passed from the first time. I was expecting plenty of other problems, but actually no, it passed. Yes, our time. Oh, that's great, unbelievable. So this one is like already over. Let's start with the next one. Employees with salary over 50,000. Yep, 50,000 is a good salary. 50,000. Resume. 50,000 is a good salary. That's roughly speaking. Yeah, a good salary. Not a great salary, but doesn't matter. Your task is to extract all employees with salary over 50,000. Create a new context and use lambdas to build your query. Make sure the query returns only the first name of the employees. Okay, that's even better. I mean, let's see. So this thing I'll say like this, and I'll here write problem 3, because the other things I'm gonna reuse them. So problem 4, var employees is context employees. Should we order them by something? Create a new context and use numbers to make sure you create on only the first time of them. Where select? Well, I don't know. Let's give it a try. For context employees, where employee A employee salary bigger or equal, or just bigger than 50,000. Select. Why did they say select? Only the first names of those employees. Okay, looks like nice. Let's see whether it would work. Employee A in employees string result plus equal dollar this nice things, and let's say employee first name and then R&N. I'm not sure where it would work. Nope, it doesn't work because okay, cannot convert tralalala. Oh, because it's like a I have selected here like only the strings. Let's do it like this and see why it would break. Okay, ready? Take a look here. Terry, Jean, Khan, tralalala, plenty of useless people. Cherry and Jean. Can be that they are not that useless. Employee with salary over 50,000. Employee with salary over 50,000. Okay, submit. Oh, it works. That's kind of weird, but okay. So problem 4 was really easy. Let's go with problem 5. What exactly is a problem 5? Then why did we need this select here? And string employee name. Okay, they wanted to resolve it in another way, but doesn't matter. Employees from research and development, except all employees from research and development department. Other than order them by salary in ascending, then by first name in descending. Print only their first name, last name, department name and salary in the format below. Okay, we have even US dollars in the format. It's not that I don't like US dollars, but yeah, I mean when it is with formats it's not the best thing. Let's take a look. So var employees, so it's like context employees, yeah, dot where employee is from the department name. Yes, exactly. And the department name was, I think, research and development. Yes. Okay, we'll try to write this down. Okay. And Visual Studio is not happy because we are not comparing this way, we are comparing with two like signs, like equal signs in English. So then order by E, order by E with E salary, and then by descending E first name. Think everything is perfect. First name in descending order, salary is ascending order. Yeah, if we don't mention it, it's in ascending. If we mention it, it's like in descending. The same logic is in the SQL, in the TSQL, and in plenty of other languages. So for each employee E in our collection of employees, string result is dollar, because dollar is nice and dollar helps us to achieve some stuff. Rn, yep. Okay, and what do we have here? I think first name, last name, department name, and salary. Okay, E first name, E last name, E department name, and E salary. And it's definitely not gonna be like this, because there was like a special way to do it. What the fuck? We only have one guy? Really? Cannot be. Yeah. Let's try it once again. They are not one guy in research and development. Dylan Miller, research and development, with more than 50,000. Let's take a look. It can be that it is true. No. Okay, I'm interested now, and I'm curious. Research and development, order by, then by. Oh yeah, I know what's the problem. The problem is that we do not concatenate as a normal people. We simply rewrite it every time. So something like this: Gigi Matthew, Diane Margrave, Gigi Matthew, Diane Margrave. From research and development, we don't have from, and we don't have the USD sign. So it should be like this: Gigi Matthew from research and development, then a dash, and then the USD sign. So let's think how to do it like this. So probably if we stop it like here, then concatenate again with the dollar sign, and then here we simply write from department name. Okay, minus salary, and the salary simply F2, and try it once again. Yes. Nah. Definitely far away from what I wanted. One more chance. Okay, that's the way I wanna rock and roll. Sometimes I'm really lucky. Dollars showed up. And let's continue after having the dollars. It's another story. Most probably our solution will be accepted. Let's see. Employees from Seattle. Okay, that's like a problem. Like their own problem. Not processed yet. Okay, let's see details. Okay. Gigi Matthew. Okay, Gigi Matthew and from is like without a space. This can be fixed really easily. Okay, like this. Our beloved Gigi Matthew now has a space. And take a look one more time, not processed yet. Now it should be processed. Perfect. Yes. So problem 5. Okay. And we go to problem 6. Yeah. Problem 6. I can bet that it starts with var employees something, but let's read it. Problem 6. Adding a new address and updating an employee. Create a new address which takes Vitoshka, like Vitosh Academy, K, and town 4. Set that address to the employee with last name Nakov. Who's this guy Nakov? Then order by descending all the employees by their address ID. Take 10 rows and from them take the address text. Print the result on a new line. Okay, seems like fun. So problem 6, var employees. Nope, I lost the bet. It's like a var address, WDWS is new address and address text Vitoshka 15 and town ID 4. Yep. Actually, okay. Interesting. If we have the comma here, it would not consider it a problem, although we don't have a new element. Yeah. In Python, there is like the same logic. If we have a comma after the last element, it's not a problem. It lives quite well with it. It's good. So let's continue. Employee name is no. And this guy mpn is context employee where I write it on one line. E last name is, we write it with 2 equals Nakov. Okay, and here we simply want first. Should be enough on one line. So employee and address. Nakov gets a new address. Congratulations. Vitoshka 15 is probably a really good street. I know Vitoshka, so Vitoshka 15 is like the best address probably. So we save changes with context, save changes after we have done this. And now we simply do the following. What do? We need all employees, I think. Yes, we need all employees. So context employees order by address ID. What the fuck? Order by descending. Was it descending? Yeah, order by descending all the employees in the address. Okay, order by descending e address ID, and then take, I think take 10. Okay, and now for each employee e in all employees we make string result. We concatenate because concatenation is important. We use the $sign because we love dollars. E address text. Where is this address text? I know. Address text. It's like this. And then rn Okay, what is it that our believed thing is not happy with? I think that address text RN is exactly not the correct way to simulate a property. Looks like good, and then we simply use the stream writer. Okay, found something. Of course I don't want Gigi Macho, I want Vitushka 15 and then Nishava Street. Let's see whether, yeah, seems nice. And point 6, whether it would take it. Okay, and go. Yes. Okay, pretty good. K, C, Control key and Control C is what makes the whole set here as a comment, and then we go to problem 7. What is problem 7 about? Problem 7 is find employees in period. Wow. Find the first 30 employees who have projects started in the time 2001-2003 inclusive. Print each employee's first name, last name, and manager's first name in each of their projects, name, start date, and date. This is the format. So this is Guy Gilbert, has a manager Joe, and then we start with 2 minuses, and then we write how finger gloves, name, start date, end date, and the format. Okay, this is the format. That's great. We have the format. So this is exactly what we need. We're gonna call the format pattern. It's gonna stay. So I also need some other stuff like datetime start, which is datetime parse 01 2001, long time ago, and datetime end 2003. Yeah, interesting. Then we need to find these employees with projects and start with the context. Employees, put where employee has employee projects any, and yeah, what should we do there? Pro start date is bigger or equal to DT start, and pro start date is smaller than DT end. Yep. Then order by then order by. Okay, that's the point. Never forget like parentheses. There should be something about programming here, like where and okay. Nah, let's use it like this. Order by employee ID. Cool. And take the first 30. Yes, 30 employees. Tra-la-la-la. Seems fun. So let's continue. Again, for each employee in emp with projects, string result plus equal dollar e first day, e first name, e last name, e manager first name. Rn. Let's see what we would get. Guy Gilbert Joe. Oh, that's like half of it. Half of it is not that bad. Not that good as well. We need then like something more. We need to write the start date and the end date. Yep. And to put the start date and the end date and the project inside. So pretty much string result plus equal dollar we were having these two minuses, and then we were having project dot name. Yeah, but at first we need a second for each. Yeah, it's like projects pro in e-projects string result plus equal dollar rn. What do we want here? Here we want two minuses at the beginning, then proname, then the start date and the end date. Okay, how are we gonna get the start date and the end date? I'll call it start date 1 and end date 1. They are not declared, so Visual Studio actually hates me for this, and I'm just going to declare them somewhere like here. Why are they strings? The answer is like, why not? And date 1, okay. Okay, yeah, I don't have any consistency in the way I code. I know it, but it's, yeah, let's make it consistent. I mean, it's a bit, I mean, yeah, just leave it like this. Okay, what would happen if I print Control and F5? Okay, what do we get here? Okay, pretty interesting stuff. No, same story. No, same story. Cool. Let's continue. How are we gonna get it? The start date and the end date. Start date. Okay. Simply here we say start date 1 is project start date to string use the pattern, culture info, invariant culture. Control and dot, using system globalization. Great, it works now. And date one is pro and date to string pattern culture info invariant culture. And now we get some problems. I know actually what is the problem with this beautiful thing. Yes. Unfortunately. It has something to do with nose and other beautiful stuff. So we need to make checks whether something is a null or not. Yes. And it would be working quite okay. So let's try it like here. If pro end date is null, end date 1 is absolute nothing, else end date 1 is date time for end date to string is a method, so it should be like this. And there we have the pattern and the culture info invariant culture. To string is a method, but not with a Hungarian notation, or with the normal notation. So does it work now? Let's take a look. Nah, yeah, it looks like something. Let's take a look at this. Something's employee finding employee period. If it works, it would be like miracle. If not, I would make it work for everything. Yeah, it works, so it's a miracle. Okay, that's a little cheaty, but the cheating is that we actually know that the start date doesn't have nose, only the end date has some nose there. Yeah, but who cares? You see, like here the classic vest has a start date but has no end date. It happens for some projects, so Visual Studio actually knows, and on compile time it tells us, don't be stupid, I have some nodes, take care of them. So yeah, it works now. It won't work forever, but considering the fact that the start date of a project cannot be a null, and following this business logic, it works quite okay. So let's go with problem 8. This was problem 7, not so problematic, but let's see. Control K, Control C, and problem 8. Problem 8. I remember problem 8 had something to do with the beautiful number of 147, or not. That was problem 9. Yes, so problem 8 Find all addresses ordered by the number of employees who live there descending, and then by town name ascending. Take only the first 10 addresses. For each address, print it in the format comma, address, comma, city, minus number of employees. So go with addresses with employees. So it's context address. So order by descending. Order by descending. A employees count, then by town name, yep, and then take the first 10. So for each address A in our collection name addresses with employees, what should we do there? We should take string result, we should increment it, and we should use our beautiful $sign, which will allow us to refer to properties in the dollar like this. Put a comma, then plus, and again with our $sign, and it's a town, and then name minus a employees count, and then simply write employees and then run. And I think this should be enough to do the trick. Let's see. Yes. Move over to employees. It's really have to have something like a judge, which would tell you exactly whether everything's going right or wrong. Okay, not processed yet. Let's check. Yeah, it works. Don't go any more deeper into the question. Simply continue with problem 9. So problem 9 was the one for the 147. Employee with ID 147, get an employee with ID 147. First name, last name, job title and projects. The project should be ordered by name. Format of the output, nothing special. Linda Rando, production, technician, and then the projects. Okay, let's see what Linda Rando, the production technician, has to do with us. So var employee with ID 147. Yeah, this is like from the context. Employees where, again, let's make it like a little. Employee is with employee ID, which is equal to 147, and we of course take the first, or we can take the first through default, but in this case we'll take the first. Okay, and we also need the projects with ID for the employee 147, which will be a little funnier. Employee with ID 47, projects dot order by projects, project name. Yes, ordering is something that SQL databases cannot guarantee. That's why we always have to include the order in the query, in the request. And let's see how our result would look like. Our result would be first the name of Linda, and then of course all the projects. So the name of Linda would be Linda, but we don't know this, so it should be like a string result is employee with ID 47 first name, employee with ID 37 last name, employee with ID 47 job title, and then of course the RN, which tells us that we should go to the new line. And now for each project pro in the collection that we simply have project ID 147, string result, here concatenation, $sign this, make sure not to forget the RN at the end, and simply write Osman says good morning. Wow, that's great. Project name, and of course this. Would it work? Of course. So let's take a look once again. Linda, and the 4 projects of Linda. We love Linda, let's say it everyone. Employee with ID 147, Linda Randall, production technician, successfully sent. And we have like everything perfectly. So we continue probably to my last task for today, because I have to go to fitness and to have a bit more fun. So, departments with more than 5 employees. Find all departments with more than 5 employees. Order them by employees count ascending. Print the department name, manager's first name and first name. Okay, last name and job title of every employee. So we have department name, first name of the manager, then first name, last name and job title of the employee. And okay, format is not so bad. Let's start working, ladies and gentlemen who still follow. Okay, here we press KC and we continue with project to problem 10. In problem 10 we can see var departments, context departments, where we were having more than 10 employees. And we had to order them by something, employee count ascending. Order by ascending was the standard in the order by. The employees count, I think that's enough. Then we need our 2 for eaches. Let's start with the first for each. Speak about the department. Department dep in departments. What are we gonna do there? Concatenate string result. We needed the department name and the department employee first name. I think so. Then of course RN, then for each or department, not employee but more like manager. Okay, here should have been manager because department can have a lot of employees. So but whatever, when we say department employee, we mean department manager, that's for sure. Departments have department name and manager ID. Okay. And because manager ID goes to employee ID, then it's like employee name, yeah, whatever. But it's understandable in a way. Okay, for each employee emp in dep.employees. What do we do there? We put a string result plus equal, and then we put it like this, and then we think once again first name, last name, job title. This was it, or okay, this part we have engineering Terry, and then we have first name Terry Duffy, and then vice job title. Alright, so first name, last name, and job title. Does it work? Let's check. Definitely some result is produced. So here, engineering Terry, tra-la-la-la-la-la. Wow, there are a lot of guys here, and girls probably. Girls like Susan, Ethan, Stoker. Let's see. 10 departments with more than 5 employees. Submit. Ta-da! Do we get a ta-da? Ta-da! So pretty much that's what I was thinking about so far. If I have more time later today, or not only today, I would take a look at the other problems like 11, 12 and so on. 14, 15, okay, 16, okay, 17, 18, okay, yeah, and I'll solve them as well. But so far that's all, and stop. Goodbye. Thank you for watching VidosAcademy.com.